Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Right, I bet you thought I wasn't coming on, didn't you? Because I was late. Probably started thinking I drank that bottle of vodka, didn't you? But no, I didn't. It was late today. So, yeah, while I'm here, I'll do my usual little intro while everyone's getting on, getting the notifications. So, if you ever wanted to support me, there's quite a few different ways. I'm not monetized, so I don't get any ad money. And although that doesn't really matter, it does mean if I ever want to do certain things, it makes it very hard for me because I don't have ad money and I don't have a traditional job. Most of my money comes from YouTube. So if I want to buy things like helmets to do tests on, arrows to shoot from a bow, stuff like wood to make a walking stick, I do need some minimal funds. And you supporting me helps that. And it doesn't matter if you don't, I can always get it for free eventually, but it might have to wait years. Anyway, so there's a Patreon thing, and if you join Patreon for $1 a month or about 80p a month, you get your name on that board just there. You can either have your real name, your YouTube name, or if like a business if you wanted to. Just gets you a little bit of advertising, you know what I mean? Gets your name on all my videos. That shows up better on my proper camera videos. There's merchandise now, so you can get WeaponCollector cups, t-shirts, quite a few different designs of t-shirts as well. I've just done a tapestry of my gun board, so you could buy that and have your own WeaponCollector gun board hanging up in your room. There's affiliate links, so if you shop at eBay, GearBest, or Amazon UK, and Amazon.com. If you shop at those websites, use my links to go to that website and then bookmark it. And then every time you shop, I get a percentage of what you spend at no added cost to you. So if you went on there and did $100 or 100 quid's worth of shopping, I could get 10 quid out of that, and it actually wouldn't add anything on to you. But yeah, it's a really good way to support. If you ever see anyone with affiliate links, if you want to support creators, that's a really good, easy way to do it. Yeah, eBay. So if you use eBay to buy anything, go to eBay through my links. They're on all of my videos. So literally click any video, go to eBay, buy some stuff. I get a percentage of what you spend. No added cost to you. Really good way. And then if you wanted to, there is a PayPal donations thing if you wanted to. You'd have to ask me if you want to do that, though. You have to email me. The email's in the description saying, oh, I would I'll donate to you, Mike, if you want. You know, I don't ask for that, but some people have actually said to me, Mike, can I donate to you? Because I can't risk too many people sending me things. Do you know what I mean? But that, you know, if you wanted to send me something, feel free to send me that money worth, and I would buy it. If you said here's 20 quid, Mike, go and buy a helmet with it, I would. You know what I mean? I wouldn't spend it on something else. Right, I'll go on to the comments now. See who's on. I'll let you know when I can see you. Yeah, I always do a little intro bit. I might as well while people are getting on. You know, and all that. All right, I'll let you know when I can see you. Electro's on by the looks of it, right, Electro? All right, hang on, I'll just get the pop-up chat done and all that. And then I'll say hello to everyone. All right, let's see who's on. There's quite a lot already by the looks of it. Fucking hell. Liam, Adam, Marcus, the Dude PX, Leonard, Nell, Electro, Richard, Zed, Tim, Marcus, Iron Man. All right, everyone. Right, I'll see if there's any comments in there. Captain Electro said, "Finally have a day off, and you are live." Nice one. It's good to see you on, Dave. Yeah, because I know a lot of the time you don't get on, do you? Iron Man said no drink tonight. Like, no, not me. What about you? You on or off? The Dude PX, if you join Patreon, chicks galore, I swear it. They are. There's wall-to-wall chicks in the Patreon, I tell you, ain't it? Right, where am I? Peach, you right, mate? So if I haven't said hello to anyone, I think I've seen everyone there. Just making sure there's no like questions in that lot of stuff there. Yeah, hello everyone. I hope you're all right. Yeah, I was going to watch a film earlier. I was going to watch Phantasm. I've not ever watched that, you know, not properly anyway. I was just about to watch it, and then I realised how late it was, and I hadn't had my dinner. So then I had to cook my dinner, and then I ended up watching 2 episodes of The Year of the Rabbit instead. But if you've not seen The Year of the Rabbit, fucking excellent. I tell you, properly makes me laugh out loud watching that. There was a brilliant bit earlier. He's a Victorian. He's like the first Victorian policeman. And then there's the main, like the chief of police's adopted daughter, who wants to be a policewoman as well. But yeah, there's a bit where Rabbit, who's Matt Berry's, talking to this old woman who runs the local pub, and he's been doing investigations in this old folks' home where people are dying. And she's sat there nearly crying, saying to him, "Oh, if I ever end up in a place like that, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Oh, don't ever let them put me in a place like that." And he says to her, "No, I would never let them put you in a place like that. I'd strangle you first." And then it has a little pause. And she's, "Oh, thank you, Rabbit. You're such a good friend." Yeah, I'll spoil one of the episodes for you there, but that made me laugh out loud. I thought it was brilliant. Yeah, well worth watching. The Year of the Rabbit, if you haven't seen it. They're showing it on Channel 4 at the minute. I think it's on episode 4, but you can get all of the previous episodes on all 4. That's what I was watching it on. Iron Man said, "Mike, get an Xbox so we can play." I'll tell you what, Iron Man, if I ever get enough money to do that, I will. I wouldn't mind doing that. You know what I mean? You know, I don't mind what I play on, but yeah, I'll look into that. Either get a cheap one or something, or yeah, I'll see what I can do. There are some good exclusive on the old Xbox, isn't there? So there is an Xbox in this house, but it ain't mine. My brother's. I suppose he might do a swap for a night. I doubt it. Now I'll have to look into that, because the good thing is the Xbox One's a bit older than the PlayStation 4 in it, so you could probably get one of them quite cheap now, couldn't you? How much do you reckon a second-hand Xbox One would be? Don't forget to get your merchandise. Yeah, I haven't seen no questions yet. Iron Man said, "Are you going to make any hooch?" I'll be honest with you, mate. I've given up on that now. Because I barely drink, like compared to what I used to anyway. I used to make homebrew so that I could drink every single week. About once a month, I'd make 5 litres of 20% homebrew. The really quick one. You could make, in about a week, you could make 5 litres of it, and then that would last me about a month. You know, about 1 and a bit litres a week. You know what I mean? But I suspect that might have been what contributed to giving me gout, because of the amount of yeast in it. Tastes like fucking shit, and I don't drink as much now. But yeah, there's nothing stopping me doing it, but the problem is I just don't drink it, so it just sits around and don't do nothing. And I can't ever give it to anyone or sell it to anyone, because they can't sort of handle the taste of it. Yeah. Rocket, you right, mate? Right, said hello to you. And Sam, you right, mate? But yeah, yeah, I used to make loads of it. Well, I got some videos making homebrew on my own channel, didn't I? Rylon said, "Is carrying a large black dildo with you okay for self-defense?" I don't know. It might be. They might be too embarrassed to even mention it. You know what I mean? What's the, you know? Suppose you could have, you know, you got a good reason for it, haven't you? Yeah, all of my stuff, funnily enough, all of my homebrew stuff is just under this desk in a box. But yeah, I've still got it all, but I don't know, I just don't. It's not worth me bothering now, because I only drink about, you know, once a month now. During that month, I could normally get enough money for a bottle of vodka nowadays. But I've still got all the stuff for it. Colin was laughing. Sam said, "Shit, fellas, don't crown me yet. Got to see how the all natural bat stands out this fall." Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see that, Sam. Pete said, "Looking around for an airsoft site to go and play at." Yeah, you found anywhere near you? I don't know. I'm not sure where you live, Peach, although I don't remember if I ever had your address, did I? Don't matter. And just if I did, I would have known where you lived, you know, around, you know, the area. But don't matter anyway. I don't know if you guys ever aware where you come from, am I? Don't matter anyway. Yeah, hopefully you'll find some, and if you can, you might better get the old fucking new car or whatever, and you've got a bit more access to some more guns then, ain't you? The dude PX said 20% homebrew, good currency in apocalypse. Yeah, it would be. It'd be great for that, because it's your starter. It's a good enough to get drunk on. It's your starter base for making moonshine and that. Yeah, it'd be very good, wouldn't it? Nell said, crying, can you imagine that? Yeah. All right. What's that from? Lapsdog Do Smoke Barrels, is it? The old dildo kill. Actually, it's some computer games as well, isn't it? But I think that's the first time I ever saw it mentioned. Pete said, I got my second Copperberg on the go and a Diet Coke for afterwards. Nice one, mate. Iron Man said, Mike, have you eaten dog food before? I ate a tin of beef pedigree chum. I was inspired by Mad Max. Yeah, I've eaten dog food before a couple of times. Dog biscuits, proper tinned dog food. I've never ate a whole tin though. But yeah, I have had yeah, I've ate a mouthful of dog food when I was about 12. Featured old Northampton. Now said to Iron Man, I tried dog chocolate. I've not tried that. Noodles, right, mate? Oh, where am I? Well, I should trial on about somewhere where they live by the looks of it. Another song. Sam said to the dude PX, one more step and you can also make vinegar. Very useful bartering item. Many use. Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, vinegar, yeah. Iggy Pop. Noodle says, Iggy Pop says, dog food's good for you, remember? No, I don't know what that's from. Or is that the whole saying? I've never heard of that. Mark said Peach, Northampton Guildhall. Cool looking building, mate. Lecture said, looks like I'm in the dog food biscuits club. Well, you as well, are you? Yeah, I've definitely eaten dog biscuits, proper dog food. Not. I was saying I might have had dog chocolate. I don't know, but we've never had any here, if you know what I mean. Oh man, since eating dog food, when I meet new people, I sniff their groin. Nell said the noodles, it's supposed to make your hair grow. Nice. Maybe that's why my hair grows so quick now. So has anyone else been watching Year of the Rabbit then? You're missing out if you haven't. No one mentioned it yet. It's very good. Very sweary. Got a bit of mild violence in it. But it's more like jokey comedy violence. What else did I watch? I think I watched. Oh, I'll tell you what. Who likes Bill Hicks? Liam, I reckon you'd like Bill Hicks. You ever watched any of his stuff? Bill Hicks stand-up comedy. That one's very good. But when I was listening to it, I was watching it last night, and something made me think of you. I can't remember what it was, but there was a bit of comedy in it that made me think, oh, Liam would probably find that funny. I said I did watch Slugs last night after your stream about slugs that eat people. Oh, I've seen that. Yes. Yeah, I've seen that, Liam. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that. Quite a sort of so bad it's good sort of thing, or so bad it's bad. Who was that originally written by? It was a writer, wasn't it? You know, like a famous. Oh, they are Sean Hudson. That's it. Yeah. I'll tell you how I've seen that. They had that on Horror Channel years ago, or maybe Film 4. Yeah, I've seen Slugs. Oh, where am I? Tim said, I watched Year of the Rabbit, loved it. It's good, isn't it, Tim? Very good, isn't it? Peter saying to Mark is one of the few nice old looking buildings in the town, to be honest. I imagine I'm bolding and proud. I would never go I'd never get a trunk hairpiece. No fucking point, is it? You might as, if you're going bald, you might as well just leave it fucking, you know, it is, or fucking shave it off. Especially nowadays, you know, I don't know about in the old days, being bald made you, you know, look like a criminal, I think. But I don't know. But nowadays, you know, shaved head don't look like, you know, old days, it had its own connotations. Nowadays, it doesn't really have any. The Dude PX online poll: Marmite, gross, super fucking gross. Well, I used to like Marmite, but I don't touch it now because that's another thing that could potentially give you gout if you're susceptible to it. Rocket said, I read Slugs years ago by Sean Hudson. His books for class. I've never read his book, but I have seen Slugs though, yeah. I said, yeah, it's the film based on the book. My dad managed to dig out Erebus for me today. Nice one. And not Z said, I haven't watched any of those, but I'm most of the way through the What We Do in the Shadows. Oh yeah, did you like that, Zed? I've got the last episode of that to watch. I've not watched the last one, but I like that. I'll tell you what, I absolutely love that. There's something about that. I really enjoy it. Rocket said Erebus is good and Death Day. Now saying bald's in now. It is, isn't it? It is. It's a lot more common, and yeah, being bald is, yeah, it's a lot more sort of normal now, and it sort of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is in. Marshall was saying great vlog earlier. Time Captain Electro. I watched that, Electro. I haven't commented on it yet, but I agree with you. Yeah, I agreed with what you're saying there. I'll comment later properly. Featured only slug I like are shotgun slugs. Yeah, I'll be honest, slugs actually are fucking disgusting things. I hate them. Partly what put me off growing stuff in the end, because the disgusting fucking slugs eating everything. Especially when I found out you have to watch out in this country if you find yellow slugs, right? Some of them yellow slugs, you got the bit. I don't know if it's the yellow ones, but there's a slug in this country that basically eats shit, and then it crawls over everything, leaving a trail of shit. So you have to be careful, because obviously you might touch that and then rub your eye. You know. Iron Man said, "See, hot women love bald men." Well, that's it, innit? MD said to do PX, I reckon Marmite is a scraping from Satan's arsehole. SOS Power, you right, Sam? He said, have you had any thunderstorms near you? The air is electric by me, has been all day, but nothing yet despite the forecast. As far as I'm aware, we haven't had anything, but I've had my curtains shut most of the evening because I was going to watch a film and then I ended up just not opening them again and then just left them. But I haven't heard anything. But yeah, I know what you mean. We got that sort of feel around here, though. Once I said, did wonder in slugs why nobody used salt there. That's funny. That never crossed my mind either. Yeah. So. Mark said, Electro, you're not alone, buddy. When I was younger, I was a real handful if I was crossed. Oh, that was Captain Electric saying he gets riled up sometimes. Ed said, yes, I do enjoy these programs. They're pretty funny. They're good, aren't they? But yeah, there's something, I don't know what it is about What We Do in the Shadows. I really enjoy that. I think it's because it's quite unusual. I've not seen anything like it anyway. It's good at taking the piss out of the actual proper vampire tropes as well, ain't it? Marcus said to SOS Power, no storms in Manchester yet. Nelson, I used to go out at night, pick the buggers up and cut them in half. I couldn't touch them now. Because when that fucking old slime gets on your hands, you can't you can't get it off, I found. It feels like it won't come off. But yeah, these ones I was on about, they're like, they've come over here recently or something. I can't even remember how I found out about it. When as I said, we had a little bit of rain around 5 p.m, then it stopped again. Sam said to me, that yellow slug story sounds like an excuse to give the girlfriend how you got pink eye. Oh, yeah, a slug. It was a slug. Can you imagine? Blame it on a fucking slug. Electro said to Marcus, I've been trying to meditate and calm my ass down more often. I almost hyperventilated once trying to calm down. For fuck's sake. He said, wouldn't surprise me if we had a thunderstorm around my way tonight. Weapons and stuff, foreign slugs coming over here. Leaving shit everywhere. Londinium Armory. You right, mate? Yeah, not bad. I watched your video just before I came on here about your handles. That was weird, that drill bit bending like that, wasn't it? That surprised me as well. I've never seen them that fucking sort of springy. I was going to say to you, I'll tell you now because it'd be easier for me. I can explain it in like sort of person. The handles, I was going to say, if you sort of get stuck and it ain't working at all, I was going to say, I know it ain't the traditional way, but at least it would work. Cut the wood down the middle, chisel the channel into it, put it back over the handle, glue it back together. If it's a right bastard to do. I suppose, and if you do it good enough, you might not even see the joint. It's just an option if it kept doing it. You know what I mean? Just thought I'd mention that, and I thought it'd be easy to say it now rather than the comment. I'll still comment on your video though. Now said Captain Electro, that meditation is hard to get into. Frustrates me more. I've never done anything like that. But then I'm quite calm nowadays. I've never been much of a when they're saying it, I do get this weird thing where I can get really angry very quickly for no reason, like no real reason. I shouldn't be that angry. It's normally when I'm cleaning up the kitchen. I think it's because I hate doing it. But I realise I'm doing it and then I just stop. But I have to sort of stop. Like sometimes I shout at people. I think, oh, fuck, why did I do that? But I haven't really done anything. And it's just me being angry, jumping at people. Do you know what I mean? But I know at least I know I do it so I can stop doing it. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm quite a relaxed person. Rocket said, Mike, don't forget the Warhammer, mate. Let me know when it's done. Oh, you'll have to. I ain't even got the heads for it yet. But yeah, that'll come eventually, mate. Andinium said I put salt pellets in my air rifle and shoot the slugs. And yeah, I fucked the handle up kind of. I've never thought of doing that. Yeah, salt pellets in the in an air rifle. Yeah, that would be interesting. Tim said I accidentally grabbed a slug in the garden the other week. Even fairy washing up liquid couldn't get slime. That don't, does it? I think in the end, Tim, I had to pour fucking salt on my hands and like scrub it. Horrible feeling that stuff is. Electro said this is why I have a medieval mace therapy. I've said, yeah, washing stuff that slugs slid over is a pain in the ass. Yeah, don't come off, does it? It's really weird. Rocket said, you can still get salt. Can you still get salt pellets? Londinium said, yeah, I could do the channel. That's how I usually do my handles, but I'm trying to do this the way it's traditional also. Hello, everyone. I thought I'd mention it, but I did have a feeling that the reason you hadn't done that in the first place is because you wanted to do it the traditional way, didn't you? I just thought I'd mention it because sometimes things don't cross people's minds, you know what I mean? I've done it before, you know, missed like the obvious way. But yeah. Iron Man said after a heavy drinking session I get anxiety. It's horrible. Yeah, I get that, Iron Man. I get that for about 3 days. But I class that as part of the hangover as well. So when I say I have a 3-day hangover, what I have is like a full day hangover, like bedridden, the next day feeling sick, and then maybe even more than that, maybe 2 or 3 days later, still have that terrible anxiety. Donna, you all right? Captain said I feel a calming meditation video coming on. Yeah, do that because you'll be good at that. Londinium said I could make salt pellets. I don't know if you can buy them. Rich, you all right, mate? So some drill bits I've had were crap before, bent like butter, but they weren't cheap drill bits either. No, I don't think Londinium's were. I think they was reason, you know, like good drill bits. But yeah, really flexible. It surprised me. Mark says salt might fuck up your air rifle. Salt and metal is bad. But yeah, I suppose, yeah, that might do that. You'd probably want to shoot it out of a cheaper thing, wouldn't you? Iron Man says slugs need love too. And Liam said, yeah, Rich, these are supposedly HSS cobalt and titanium bits. Some kind of alloy. It was weird though. I've never seen a drill bit that flexible ever. Now said Iron Man, I eat all my dahlias, the swines. Yeah, and I tried to grow some pumpkins, the fucking bastard slugs, every single fucking one of the plants. And I tried everything. I put salt down. I put sand, eggshells, salt, fucking tape with its sticky side sticking up, and the fucking the slug still got up into the fucking pots and ate the fucking plants to literally cut them in half. So, you know, there's just stalk sticking up that much. There's shit like that makes you not want to do it anymore. Rocket says slugs are good fishing bait. I don't know if I'd want to fucking pick the fun things up. Captain Electro said to Iron Man, try some more hops and IPA drinks. They help me snooze. The only thing that doesn't give me a terrible hangover nowadays is vodka and water, but you still get the anxiety. So I get a very mild hangover drinking that, but I still get about 3 days of anxiety. Weapons and stuff, and I have like a ever so slight adrenaline rush for the whole entire 3 days as well. The anxiety with a bit of adrenaline rush, your tingling sensation in your body. Weapons, I said, I had a really weird nightmare last night. I worked as a fairground attendant on some sort of swing ride thing. One of my co-workers kept riding it. It was actually really weird. That does sound bizarre. Actually found it quite scary when I woke up. That's proper weird. I do like how weird dreams are, though. I told you the one about smoking a fuck. Was you on when I said about the one smoking a pen yesterday that I had? It was literally one of these on fire with the end cut off, and I was breathing in all this toxic smoke. And when I woke up, my mouth tasted the plastic and was really dry. And I think it's because the fan had been on me all night, blowing in my mouth. Landing in a creepy carnival dream. That's it. I mounted. I like Harvey Bristol cream lately. I think we got some of that. I think you missed it, Liam. What happened was, you must have not been on when I said then. Yeah, yesterday, So yesterday I said about it, but the night before I had a dream that this woman was giving me a pen to smoke, and it was literally one of these pens, and it had no end. Yeah, and I lit the end, and it had a flame off of it, and I was smoking it. All this black horrible smoke coming off, breathing it all in, and it literally tasted of burning plastic and toxic fucking smoke. Yeah, and then when I woke up, my mouth actually tasted like that, and it was all dry. And funny thing is, I noticed yesterday that you didn't mention it, so I did think you might not have heard that. Harvey's Bristol cream, is that like one of them sort of chocolatey, or like what's it called? Yeah, like a chocolatey kind of drink, about 20%, or whatever it is. What's the other one that comes in that quite bell-shaped bottle? You know, big, washed down bottle. So I can remember some of my weird childhood from my childhood, but most nightmares, dreams, I forget really quickly after waking. Bailey's, that's it, Liam. Yeah, that's what I meant. Is Harvey's Bristol cream like Bailey's? Peach said, "I'll come back and you'll try to. I'll come back and you're trying to smoke a bloody marker pen." Fuck's sake. Brylon said, "Can women wear metal pins in their hair?" Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Weapons I said Bristol cream is sherry, isn't it? Ah, right. Is that what it is? And so I don't. A lot of them I don't really know. Oh yeah, Iron Man's written there. Mark said Electro. If you can get his stuff on CD, I'll send it to you on a MP3 CD if you like. What's that all about? Oh, Glenn Harold CDs. Now said it's sherry, not sure. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I don't really know Bristol cream. I never had that. I have had sherry, but I don't know if it was that one, you know. Richard Weaponsmith said to Londinium, "Are they the ones built for drilling chrome alloy steels? Probably weren't heat treated. Right. Bad quality control on cobalt parts. Or whoever they buy them from." Yeah, it could have been. Then woke up from from that one, 4 a.m. When I got back to sleep, I had a nightmare about working in an asylum where patients would grab people through the bars and murder them. Yeah, them old tablets enough make you dream of strange old fucking dreams, isn't they? As I said, then one of the patients escaped and went on a rampage, sticking needles in people and chains, Hellraiser style. Fuck's sake. Marcus said to Liam, that kind of sherry is what we used to call commercial sherry in the trade, a lot sweeter than traditional Spanish sherry. Spanish sherry is very niche. I was saying to Weapon, to Liam, that's a scary one. Yeah, proper weird, isn't it? I ain't had a proper scary wake up nightmare for a while. I think I had one recently, but it was one of those. It woke me up, but I forgot about it very quickly, and now I ain't even got any recollection of what it was at all. Captain Electric says, speaking of smoking stuff, we used to make many hidden pipes as kids. I made one from a mag light once and had it taken by a cop. Nice one. We used to make fucking bongs and all that, and I used to know how to make a pipe out of tin foil, but it looked like a proper pipe. It would be about that long, and it would go straight, and it would have a nice bowl on it. And I used to basically you'd have your thumb in the end of the foil, and you'd wrap it around a pen loosely, and you'd roll it, and it'd create a nice bowl, quite a big bowl, and then you'd slide the pen out, and then you can have that as a, you know, we only used to smoke probably draw out of it, or even just fucking dog end tobacco, knowing us when I was a kid. Rocket said to Liam, you need to watch some porn, mate. You'd have some happier dreams. I didn't even say, I think they were for drilling hard steel. I used them on wood. Maybe they aren't good for wood, drilling wood. Who knows, mate? It could be that. Maybe the wood. And I know that they can get quite hot in wood, especially because you've got quite a distance to drill, haven't you? Could have been that. It's one of those things I ain't got a clue. Well, I've got a bit, you know what I mean? It's not I ain't got a clue, but you know what I mean? Unless I was doing it myself and saw the drill bits and saw all that, you know. Marcus said to Captain Electro, old mag lights were so low lumen, weren't they? Yeah, they ought to. I know they do upgrades for them now, but they ought to do more. They ought to do some really good upgrades for them, where they take 18650 batteries and have like multiple functions. I like the mag light for this because no one does a torch like that. No, not that I found anyway. You know, like the proper mag light size and made of metal. No one makes any like that really. I imagine my dreams are scary as fuck. Loved ones with distorted faces, voices and faces. Then I kill them. Proper weird, isn't it? CJ, you right, mate? Dad said the Londinium drill bits for metal are not good for drilling wood, or vice versa. Yeah, I suppose definitely wood for metal don't work. But I quite often use metal drill bits for wood, but I know what you mean. Yeah, a dedicated drill bit for wood would work better than a metal one for wood, wouldn't it, I suppose? Nell said, bloody hell, Iron Man, do you eat a lot of cheese before bed? I tried eating cheese before bed, trying and get nightmares, but I don't think it ever worked. But I have strange murdering like nightmares, or ones where I'm fighting like hundreds and hundreds of different people constantly all night long. You know, like trying to get through the windows and I'm killing them, and you kill them, and then they'll be coming through the door, and then I'll be on the. There was one where I was hanging off the back of a fucking transit van with a fucking hammer. People with motorbikes like trying to fucking kill me, and I was like hammering them. Yeah, very weird. Captain said, yeah, them old mag lights are solid built, but not bright. Mike, you had the one hitter quitter. Yeah, I did. I ain't got that one anymore. The fucking batteries went so fucked up in it that literally put in a big piece of wood and hidden it with a sledgehammer, couldn't get them out. So I had to sling the fucking shaft of it in the end. Londinium said, yeah, I figure it's something like that, Zed, or maybe just a fumbling oath and was heavy-handed with a tiny 2mm drill bit. I'll tell you what, Londinium, it's piss easy to break a fucking 2mm drill bit, ain't it, though? I've done it many fucking times. Yeah. In fact, the ones that The ones that Dumbo bought me recently. I'll fucking soon snap one of them. Once I said I wanted someone to invent a dream recorder that would be interesting. Has there ever been a Black Mirror episode about that? Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I think. I don't know specifically that. There may have been. I'm trying to think. I think that, or if not, very similar. You know what I mean? Similar sort of stuff. Where are we? Now saying to I don't think so. I watched them all. Not come across one. No, all right, yeah. Now it's probably got a better memory than me then. That rings a bell, that kind of thing. But no, I don't think they've got actual dream recording, but there are sort of similar-ish, you know, recording your eyes sort of thing. But that's not dreams, is it? There is a film about recording your dreams, isn't there? With Ralph Fiennes in it, or one of them. Is there another one? Maybe not him. Has he got a brother? And to him said, Liam, have you read up on Carl Jung? He's probably the best authority on dream interpretation and the subconscious. I haven't read anyone better. And I said, that'd be interesting. I'm so mad like that dream would be. Yeah. Yeah, I used to have reoccurring ones like that. Being in a burning building and people keep piling through the fucking windows trying to kill me, and I'm stood there fucking stabbing them and doing them with a hammer. And all right, Marcus said, "Canal, Mike. This delay is like 2 minutes." I said, Marcus, I'm here. Are you sure you got it on live, Marcus? Make sure you click on the bit underneath the thing that says live. Sometimes it does that. I'm often watching Liam's videos and I'm about fucking. I'm not actually watching it live. Sam said to Marcus, I'm here chopping vegetables for a tortoise. Gonna leave it in a bit though. Taking the missus to a movie. Nice one. What you watching, Sam? Electra said, I dreamed I was in a car chase. Fishtailed the car sideways and drew my 38 on a guy chasing me. Revolver had cylinder lock. My car got T-boned and I was killed. Yeah, and they're fucking freaky dreams, aren't they? Very, very, very fucking weird. Down to the Marcus military discount here, always $5. I want to see the movie yesterday about the Beatles being forgotten. Oh, I never even heard of that one. That's good that you get a discount though. Iron Man said, Mike, my time machine is built. I set the dial to 1998. Went to get my lunchbox from the kitchen. When I came back to get in, it had gone. I don't know if it will come back. So what, are you messaging us from 1998 now? Or are you now, have you had to wait? So you went back as however old you were. I don't know how old you are at the minute, Iron Man, but I'm just going to say, just because I don't have a clue, I'm just going to say 32, right? So you went back in time to 1998 at the age of 32, but got stuck there. So have you now had to wait however many years, 20 years, whatever it would be, so now you're 52 or whatever I said. And you've had to wait 20 years to do this comment. When was I said no, not heard of Young, but never read any of his work. He must be on dial-up then. Right, I'm going to do a test because I'm watching the same thing you're watching, so I'm going to see how long the delay is. Right, I'll put my hand up and then start counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds. Not too bad. Iron Man said head fuck, Mike. You confused me. That's the thing. As soon as you get into time travel shit, man, that fucking shit gets confusing, I'll tell you. And it starts getting fucking paradoxes that don't make sense. And yeah, that's why I like time travel. Because if it's done well, it's quite actually difficult to do, to make sure there's no, loose ends and shit and not making sense. But essentially, nearly all the time, there's always a little bit missing because of the element of time travel, because it's crossing over. You know what I mean? But yeah, have you been stuck in 1998 at your age now? Had to wait 19 years, whatever long it'd be. Your age, 19 years since then. Mark said, one of the best time travel movies, Final Countdown with Kirk Douglas. I've only seen that once when I was a kid, you know, Mark, but I want to watch that again. But I'm a big fan of time travel films. Sam said, Mike, check the trailer out for yesterday. I'm a Beatles fan. Have you seen Across the Universe? No. Is that a time travel one? I've never even heard of that one. Captain Electro said that Lunchbox is collector's tin now. Continuing today, what do you think of the Mandela effect? Have you noticed any of them? I thought they were real. I know about the Mandela effect, and I find that very interesting. Actually, yeah, I may have sort of been involved with one, but I can't remember what it was now. But the Mandela effect is essentially, isn't it? Lots of people genuinely 100% thought Nelson Mandela had died, hadn't they? Yeah, Londinium saying there, Attenborough died in 2014. Yeah, but yeah, and they collectively have these memories that he definitely died, don't they? And then, but they're not. Yeah, but they hadn't at the time anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was one of those that I had sort of been part of, if you know what I mean. But I can't remember what one it was now. Weapons, I said, I thought Richard Attenborough died ages ago, but before he did. I've Richard Attenborough, David Attenborough in it, but yeah, carry on. But yeah, but anyway, you know what I mean. Anyway, but maybe you're confused with Richard Harris. Yeah, Looper's that is brilliant, isn't it, Looper? Right. Then they say you can't change things so much. You don't make. But you can't change things so much that you don't make the time machine. That's it. Yeah, because if Iron Man now changed all the stuff during that 20 years, he wouldn't make the time machine, would he? But then he wouldn't time travel in the first place, would he? So there, our paradox. You've created a paradox there, Zen. But yeah, there was one of them about someone dying, but I can't remember who it was now. Like I said, the Londinium, total gentleman, Lord Dickey. He was a very nice man. Sounds like Across the Universe is about Vietnam era. About the Vietnam era in America, focuses around the Brits coming to the States. All Beatle music. Oh, is that what it is? No, I've never even heard of that one. Surprised I haven't, but only because I listened to a bloke called Ian Lee on the radio, and he's obsessed with Beatles, and I'm surprised he's never actually mentioned that. Maybe he has, and I've just not registered it. Rocket said the Mandela effect is fucking weird. Some things I can relate to, but others I don't. And he said to Marcus, that movie has strange memories for me. And Dean said, yeah, that's when it started with Nelson Mandela, and people are claiming false group memories and events since then. Yeah, it's proper weird though, isn't it? What was the fucking one? Yeah, I've had one of them. You know, I've been part of one of the things where I swore to fucking God someone had died, and then found out that they had. But it's not just that. There's other things, isn't there? Bernstein Bears, is that one, Liam? What's that one about? I'm asked Spartan said, Mike, what's The Time Traveller's Wife? Good movie. I have seen that. I put that off for ages because I thought it sounded crap. That's fucking excellent, isn't it, Iron Man? Time Traveller's Wife. If I could turn my hard drive on, I've watched, you know, like at least fucking 50 fucking time travel films. I love them. You know, I used to have like, you know, fucking time travel marathons. I'll tell you a really good one though. Time Crimes. You can only get it in, you know, Spanish, I think. Time Crimes or Los. I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, Time Crimes is the English name for it. Fucking excellent. But if you've seen Triangle and you like Triangle, although I've never heard that it is, I suspect Triangle is based on Time Crimes because it's very similar. But if you like Triangle, you would love Time Crimes, and Time Crimes is like the original Triangle. Yeah, Predestination, that's fucking excellent as well. Oh man, have you ever seen Time Lapse? The one where they find this machine that takes pictures of the future, and they start. It only takes a picture of like a couple of hours in the future, though. But then they start using it for things like horse racing and shit like that. Quite good. Yeah, Predestination was good. That's by the Spearig brothers, I think their names are. Right, I'll try and catch up now. I don't believe time travel is possible. I think it's abstract, not a real dimensional entity. It's just motion of mass. Yeah. Oh, I don't. Well, I think the only possibility of time travel, I think, is if you could travel into another dimension in the past, because you couldn't travel in time, back in time into your own reality, because it would have already happened. You know what I mean? It would have already happened. We'd already know about it. But if you time traveled into a different dimension and was back in time there, you know, jumped into a different dimension every time. But yeah, I don't think it's possible anyway, because time, you know, doesn't work like that sort of thing, does it? Tim said, I like how people clearly remember Darth Vader saying, Luke, I'm your father. I bet he says, no, I'm your father. Yeah, that's one of them, yeah. And there's one about E.T. as well, but I think the E.T. one might be there's something about E.T. saying E.T. phone home. And he says E.T. home phone. I think. I may be wrong about that one, though. But then that's just hearing things wrong, isn't it? But Dad said to Marcus, it was the former. I was suffering from sunstroke at the time. I left Italian when I woke up. I saw a vortex thing. Whereas I said it's actually the Bernstein Bears, but most people remember it as the Berenstain Bears. Oh, but Bernstein Bears. Oh, right, yeah. T2, so I don't know what's happening elsewhere, but the sky is not looking great here. Where I live is Little Neston. Been looking outside. How much coming? Yeah, Predestination, very good. I don't think it's a market, and I thought it was a washing machine advert. I couldn't work out what US carrier. Oh, that film. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Like I said, I don't remember the LTO's Time Tunnel. Dad, you will. Samuel, have you seen reruns? Don't think I've ever seen Time Tunnel. Rings a bell, though. Rocket said they say Mandela effect is a crossover between parallel universe. That's why people remember the same thing, but others don't. Yeah, I've heard that as well. That's very interesting, isn't it? Weapons I found a thing interesting, Prince of Darkness, where they're sending the messages faster than the speed of light and it actually goes back in time. Yeah, there's something in that as well. I remember watching that thing about it wasn't a thing about it was a documentary Stephen Hawking did about time travel. And that I think that had connotations of that in it. Iron Man said, time is a human creation, no other organism use it. Or knows about it. Dad's saying he does remember time. Do you remember the kids' program Time Slip? Sam said Mark has never had a time tunnel. Remember me of the labour of intercourse with a corn-fed woman of my hometown. Sometimes it felt like it would never end. Landinium said, fucking hell, a convoy of about 20 police cars and ambulance just went past my house. Someone probably just got murdered. Fuck's sake. Yeah, because you're in that sort of area, aren't you? Captain Electro said travelling into another dimension. Place travel to another time or time travel to another place. I woke up drunk in the evening once, got dressed and tried to go to work. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the only way I could see time travel working. Or the thing like in Interstellar, is it, where you go onto a planet that's a bigger planet that's revolving slower, and you can go on that planet, and what is an hour there to you, and you only age an hour, is 10 years on Earth. Well, that is actually a scientific thing. So yeah, that way you could go into the future. You know, you don't go into the future, but you're just spending less time. You know what I mean? Because time is going slower on that planet, but it's bigger and moving slower. I'm sure that is actual real scientific thing. So that way, if you could do that, if you could travel to a really slow, big planet, spend a fucking couple of years on there, when you come back to Earth, it'll probably be a fucking 1,000 years in the future. That's technically time traveling without any special things to do it. But yeah, or whatever it would be. Speaking of time, I swear I look away from my watch and back. The second hand seems to be going really fast. The longer I watch the watch, the slower the second hand moves. Yeah, very bizarre. Mark said, well, there's a theory along those lines that time slows down as you advance in years. Yeah, and I've heard something about the faster you move, the faster time goes. So that's maybe, I don't know. When I'm talking to Marcus, I seem to find the opposite though. It seems to constantly go faster for me now. And Dean said, PM doesn't come to areas like mine. Our Marcus is saying, PM on the move. I heard Mike, walk through a forest at night with no torch and tell me your senses don't perk up. You feel fear and excited. Yeah, definitely. My name, Dan. First you'll see. Oh, nice one, mate. Good to see you on. We're just talking about anything at the minute. Marcus said to Liam, youth is on your side. Captain Electric and thus Yoda, the old Jedi, was created by living on tiny planets. They said, when you think about it, we are travelling in time anyway, only forwards, of course. Yeah, that's it. I was saying to Daryl, I've got a time travel machine in here. Did I tell you last time about my exercise bike? It's actually a time travel machine, but the only thing it does, it makes me, it technically makes me age quicker. What it does is actually, it makes me laugh. If I ride that exercise machine while watching a clock, in real life, 10 minutes will pass, but on that time machine, on the clock on there, it'll say 11 minutes has passed. So I've actually travelled faster than time, but time hasn't actually gone any faster. So technically, all I'm doing is shortening my life. Dan said, why is slow mode on? Because I like to read every single comment. Funny thing is, it's gone quiet now. There's no one talking. But if I have slow mode on, I can literally speak to every single person as they do a comment. I don't know why that's suddenly gone all quiet like that. There. Have I been disconnected or something? See in a minute. Am I still on? But yeah, Dan, I don't know why it's all suddenly gone quiet. There's no one talking now. Yeah, if I do it, if I have a slow mode on, I can literally reply to everyone. That's weird. It all suddenly went quiet for a second, then landed in. When I said, what do you think of the most plausible sci-fi concept then? What, in time travel or anything? I don't know. I know there's a lot of. I love the time travel thing. I love because it's a lot of old bollocks, but it's a great thing. And who wouldn't want to time travel if you could? But there are, like with Interstellar, that is based on actual proper scientific theories in that, isn't it? I don't know. If you not mention a couple, it's not unlike. Since someone asked me a question, I can't think of any. But traveling at the speed of light, I can't remember how Stephen Hawking reckoned. I'm pretty sure he said that. There was a documentary that he did, and it explained all of that and what would happen if you could do it and all that. And I can't remember any of that now. I imagine we physically move forward in time, but the mind can go into the past through memories and forward in wonder. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. There's of course, when you look at the stars, you're looking back in time. That's it, because someone was saying the other day on the radio that because a lot of the stars we look at potentially aren't even there now, are they? Because that light has took so many millions of years to get to us. What we're seeing may not even be there anymore. And they were saying potentially aliens could be looking at Earth, but where it's taken so long to see here or whatever, or they may be seeing the past, so they would still be seeing dinosaurs on Earth, and then that would make maybe that's why they don't visit us, bollocks like that. Not this bollocks, that is actually based on true things, but yeah. Pete said, I won't say too much, but I got rid of only two things that are bad that I owned: one tube item and a spring item. I'm a free man. Nice one, Pete. Yeah, good to feel free, isn't it? Maybe the stored brain scans in Soma. Yeah, that is a very interesting one. That's because the thing about that, I always think, I don't think the only way I would ever store my brain is if I definitely knew I was going to die. But the problem is, because even though that brain scan is you and it thinks it's you, it's still not you. You still die. But at least that thing could carry on. At least it thinks it's you, but you still die, don't you? So it's like, I don't know. I'd be prepared to be a brain in a jar as long as it was always still me. But brain scans in a thing, because technically it's not me. Because although that thinks it's me, that's not really me, does it? That makes sense. You'd know what I mean. Because you know, Soma and that. Electro said, smoke some weed, 3 o'clock. Does some dishes, walks the dog, folds the laundry, looks at the clock, 3:05. So I chopped them up and smashed them with power, saw and a hammer. I don't blame you, mate. Unlimited, I think Starship Troopers is very possibly real scenario. If we found aliens, I bet we would invade them and live stream it. I bet we would. Fuck's sake. Mark said, when's on Stargate? Watch Linda Moulton Howe in the Antarctic video she does. Sounded Iron Man, sounded all romantic with time. That's all that sherry he's been drinking. Donald D said the weapons of warp drive is mathematically and scientifically possible, apparently. What I said? That's in a Star Trek episode of Squires of Gothos. He's stuck in the 1700s attire as his telescope shows, and his telescope shows Earth from hundreds of years before. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, but they were talking about that on something the other day, and it made me think, yeah. My name Dan said, have you watched Black Mirror? I have. I watched all of Black Mirror. Liam is currently watching it. I think Nell said she's watched it all. Yeah, I love Black Mirror. I think it's excellent. As I said, I reckon that sort of thing will certainly happen in the future, though. I'll tell you one thing I think won't ever happen, unless we can devise something that will actually float. Mike, I'm so bad, dare you? You better come on a video to prove it. Joking. I don't think we'll ever have flying cars like we do cars in the roads. I think it'd be too dangerous. Unless you, because, yeah, we have planes and planes don't fly out the sky. But could you imagine if anyone could literally just get in a car, fly it in the sky like in a road? You'd literally have fucking cars coming out the fucking air, piling into buildings. If there was a fucking pile up, wouldn't you? I think it'd be too dangerous. Unless you could have something that when it crashed, they would, you know, be able to float in the air still. You know, anti-gravity bullshit. I don't think it's possible. My name Dan said, could you tell me some more about some more school stories? I'll tell you what, if it goes quiet about what we're talking about, ask me then, because we'll stick to this little topic at the minute. It's quite interesting. Otherwise, if I have 2 topics at the same time, it gets a bit confusing. As he said to Londinium, any small, weak or not technically advanced that we could, let us find them. They're just asking for a kicking. Captain Electra, she's still gone, Mark, because I killed the kid's guppy fish on accident and had to buy another one for what she got back. On the interest, CZ is already planning to destroy the weak aliens and take their gold. Peach said, yeah, if a car stopped working and fell out of the sky. That's it. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean, Peach. Yeah. Roosevelt said, if the cars were self-driving and had to fly on a GPS route, it may work. Oh, yeah, you're right there. That could work. But, yeah, you couldn't. I don't think you could have manual. If any fucker could just get in a car and drive it in the sky, imagine the fucking mayhem that could potentially happen. Yeah, that. It'd have to be that. It would have to be some kind of automatic self-driving things. And also, but, you know, you imagine if you had multi-lanes of cars, all it would take is one of them cars to fail, that would fall down into the next one, you know, the next road. It'd be fucking mayhem. Then not Z said he really needs a new keyboard. Irishman said, on the sci-fi topic, I started watching Black 7 during the week. I haven't seen it for 35 years. Sarah Valan is more sexy than I remember. I looked her up recently, and Black 7. I don't know why. It was on something. But yeah, I'm going to watch that soon, Irishman. That is one of my definite to watch things. Mark said to Tim, no, mate, look up Earth Files channel. Search Antarctica and or Spartan 1 and you'll be hooked up. Honestly, it's fascinating. What's that about, Marcus, specifically? I've missed a bit there. Can you tell me? I might look it up myself. Rocket said, we've probably got some of this technology now, but we don't know if the government is full of corrupt lying murderers that all want sheeple on phones and in front of the TV being brainwashed. Now said, I used to watch Blake 7 too. Yeah, I've never watched that. I know of it though. And sadly, I know what even happens at the end. But it sounds brilliant. Even with the ending. I won't tell you the ending. Don't know I mentioned the ending either. But yeah, I do want to watch that one day. Iron Man said, Mike, VR will run everything soon. Yeah, I think, yeah, it might do. Definitely. VR, if they made VR as good as like what the Matrix is, or good as fucking real life, as you said, there could be a lot of bad things that go down, but I think there could also be some really good things. But I could definitely see a world where people are just sat in chairs with things strapped to their head. And a fucking thing plugged into their fucking arm feed, one stuck in their cock or whatever, taking their piss out. One for the food, one for the waste, strapped to these fucking machines. We ain't far off that now, are we? Tim said maybe Mike's brainwashing us. What, to buy quithers? I don't even do subliminal, I just do liminal. I know that's my word, but... or maybe it is. Buy my stuff. Oh. Right, where am I? Rocket said, Danelle, cheers, mate. Just wish everyone would wake up. Right, Iron Man said, technology is shite. We are in back typewriters and newspapers for toilet paper. Landine said, people will be hooked up with little VR tubes like the Matrix. I think so, Landine. I could definitely see that happening. It does worry me where absolutely everything wants to be connected to the internet now. Yeah, and like pointless things, isn't it? Why does a fridge need to be connected to the fucking internet? Pete said, go get Cyberpunk then. Yeah, I think so. I may be a bit late in it, but now there's an interesting thing. What about like cybernetics and having implants and that? Who would go into that kind of thing? Like the Deus Ex type thing. Implants to make you see better or whatever. Sebastian, you right, mate? He said, do you like chai tea? No, I've never had it, mate. But there's no reason I would. Samson, I saw an article yesterday. There's a capability now to identify people by their heartbeat. Each heartbeat is unique, like fingerprints, supposedly. Now, that is fascinating, isn't it? It's amazing, the things. Because I suppose we look at things, I'd love, what the advances we get to experience now are fascinating. Because like 200 years ago, or let's say 300 years ago, well, before the steam engine, right, barely anything progressed for about probably 10,000 years. We was just on fucking, all just doing stuff with wood and basically like iron and that or whatever. But there was no engines and that. As soon as the steam engine came along, everything advanced. The steam engine progressed. The amount we've sort of evolved technology in 200 years is massive compared to what it was before. He said, I once had a girl tell me my personality reminded her of Avon from Blake 7. I never worked out if it meant as a compliment or an insult. I'll have to watch that one day and tell you. Iron Man said, I refuse technology that hinders my freedom. Irishman said, here's something that sci-fi that could happen. The world is overpopulated, so we would execute people as they reach the age of 35. Just like Logan's Run. Yeah, possibly. I said, if I need them for medical reasons, I'll certainly get cybernetic implants. Andinium said, doesn't chai mean tea? Sebastian said, okay, thanks. Noodle said, penal implants. R8 said, did you watch Russia on the Eurovision Song Contest? No, I didn't. I didn't watch the Eurovision Song Contest this year. I think I was live streaming while that was on. Hello, by the way. Sam said to Marcus, it's a military idea. Currently, they can do it from 6 feet away. Someday technology will allow it from satellites. Big Brother will probably be able to stop the heart too. Wouldn't surprise me. Think so, Warrior, right, mate? Indeed, I thought so. I'll drink oolong tea. Yeah, I'll just drink black coffee. My name Dan said, do you go camping? Not realising, I sort of can, but well, what I mean by I sort of can, I have got the opportunity to if I want to. I just don't bother. Richard said robotic organs is something I'd add if they ever came around. Fuck being on a waiting list for transplant. Yeah, I agree with you there, Rich. Yeah, totally. I suppose when you put it like that, I think I was thinking of more like fancy things. But yeah, definitely implants for your health. I was thinking more of non-health related implants, which is what I should have said. Thanks, well, you're right, mate. If I didn't say hello, I'd say I suspect an insult. Thanks, I bought marbles for my slingshot today. Nice one. Rocket said there was an article the other day saying that military is thinking of getting to try and facial recognition on weapons to eliminate civilian casualties. That is interesting. As I said, every time someone says about Logan's Run, I think about the box fishing plankton, the green seas, and the protein from the sea. Pete said, I'll go camping soon when I get my holiday from work. Taking so long. Yeah, I could go camping, but I just never do. Oh, I might do. I'm going to go down the woods next week and do a video. So, Darryl, if you're on, expect the message soon. Talking of steam engines, I just watched loads of stuff about Fred Dibner. Really fascinating. But yeah, well, that is a fascinating bloke, isn't it, Shamrock? You're right, by the way. Yeah, I've got DVDs of his stuff. Fucking amazing, ain't he, Fred Dibner? All of his going up the old fucking massive fucking chimneys on ladders like that, and he's on this side of it with no safety gear, great big bag hanging off his back, and a fucking roll up in his mouth, and he's had a pint while he was down there. Yeah, Fred Dibner. Well, he's got a statue, hasn't he? And I think he deserves it. Dan said, are you into gas masks? Not really. I have got one gas mask. And didn't even Mike set up a yearly weapon collector camping meet up? We can all get together once a year in the UK and go camping for a long weekend. I'll have to do that. That's been mentioned quite a few times. If not a camping thing, just a meet up somewhere. But I'll sort it out one day. Mate, I'll try and sort it out for next year. We'll have a good think about it. The best kind of place. Because people have done these meetups, but they all seem to be up north, and I can't get out that way. We'll have to do a Southerners one for us lot. Ben Not Z said, "Why not go full Monty? Have your brain transplanted into a human-looking android?" Well, if it was, as long as it was still me, I'd be tempted to do that. If it was the end of my life, yeah. As long as that, yeah, my brain, it was still me. Yeah, that would be. I'd do that. Now I've said what a man he was on about Fred Dibner. Yeah, fascinating bloke. Fred Dibner was, wasn't he? Neil said nanotechnology used for war, microscopic robotics that kill individuals on demand. Captain Electro said when we can't pay for the implants anymore, they come a refund. Yeah, that's it. I may have to skip a couple. And Liam said, I think quite a lot of us here camp and go fishing and stuff like that. It'd be good though, wouldn't it? Yeah, I totally agree with you. People have mentioned that quite a few times, that kind of thing. Irishman said, every time I think of Logan's Run, I think of Jenny Agatha. Jamrock said to now he was a great bloke, no fear at all. And Liam said, lots of American YouTubers do meetups and stuff like that. But yeah, I've seen some where some of the ones I know have done meetups, but it's always up north and nowhere near I could get to. We'll have to do one down here. I'll sort it out one day. Marcus said to me, I met Fred Dibner's cousin at Marchfield in California. He was working on World War II aircraft. Emigrated to the US in 1964. They've got a thick, broad Bolton accent. Nice. Yeah, that's funny thing. That don't surprise me, though. Yeah, I just imagine that. Yeah, Fred Dibner, he was an amazing bloke, he was. Now says Shamrock, the way he just went up those buildings with no fear amazed me. It's brilliant. I quite often watch the Fred Dibner videos on here. There's quite a few of the videos on here where you see him doing that. Sorry, I got distracted then. I threw my fucking sentence. End up saying, when I think of Jenny Agutter, I nearly couldn't say that. Jenny Agutter, I think of Picnic at Hanging Rock. And even said I do meetups with lots of HEMA guys who have YouTube channels, but it's training based, not really casual. Noodle, so how many hours would it take you to drive north to south, south to north? I don't know. But the thing is, a lot of our roads, they're not sort of nice, you know, we don't have lots of decent single roads that you can drive all the way a long way without interruption, if you know what I mean. Someone might be able to tell you. Marcus said UK top to bottom is nearly 1,000 miles. Nell said my mum and dad always went to Dorset Steam Show and Fred was always there with his engine. Oh, nice. Yeah. That was when I was a kid, we used to go to the Steam Show. Yeah, that was there used to be them weird bloody musical things. We used to have these little men that used to, like, you know, little mechanical men. I used to fucking hate them as a kid. Found out what they was called recently, but now I can't remember. But they're steam powered things that make music. Who's off? Sam. See you later, Sam. Jim said the weapons. I've not played Half-Life 2, but it sounds familiar. They actually showed how they work on a dummy. Missed something there. Oh, the man hats from Half-Life 2, those little flying drones that mince people up with their propellers. Yeah. Noodles said Maine to Florida, well over 24 hours. Yeah, it's a strange thing down here. The thing with the UK, you know, in America, because it's so big, it's a weird one to explain. But, you know, there's a couple of states, or at least one state, that's probably bigger than the UK in it. But I think you have quite a lot of long roads, uninterrupted roads. Over here, it's constant stopping, going, stopping, going, stopping, going. And I don't know. So it's hard to explain. But although it's not as long, it feels as long, you know. What might only be 6 hours to get from top to the bottom, say, it feels like going halfway across America, sort of thing to us. Downstairs then, ladies. Sorry, now didn't see you on. I'm saying see you later to everyone. Yeah, see you later, Sam. And then he said, from London, I can get to Scotland in 6 to 8 hours on the road, and half that by train. Duncan said, I saw the first part of your last video, Mike. I just didn't have the time to watch the whole video. That's good, Flink. So at least you watched some of it. Cheers, mate. Yeah, go and watch the rest when you're finished. P2 said, has anyone done any off-grid camping? Something I've been contemplating for a while. No, I've not really. I've never camped with electricity. I don't think he means that, but now I know you're joking anyway. Yeah, like Sebastian. And then said, Coin Seeker isn't all camping off grid. What you mean glamping? I assumed he might have been like, well, I don't know. I thought maybe like living like it. You know what I mean? But I suppose it was off. Yeah, that. Yeah. Zingshot said, you guys could get lost in one of our state parks. So could you. Or do you mean the UK? Kenny B, you're right, mate. I imagine America's bigger, but us British are the cream of the crop, it must be said. Anyone can get lost in them, hence why they have so many missing people in them. And Dean said, I may go, when I go camping, I don't bring many supplies. I designate most of the weight space to water. Yeah, I suppose he'll explain himself anyway. I suppose what T2 probably meant was like that, getting your own food, getting your own water, and all that. Now said, ain't we just Iron Man? I think so, that's debatable. But yeah, I'm not. I'm so he'll explain himself in a minute. I assume T2. Electro said I used to camp out in the city like a homeless guy. Is that off grid? Now I know of it, but never got around to listening, watching. Read a few books on eerie disappearances in national parks. Iron Man Spartan said God's voice has a British accent. I think so too. Gotta be, innit? Can you imagine? Imagine God with any other accent but English or British. Actually, let's not go down that rabbit hole. I just starting to realise what I was getting at. Once I said, Mike, you don't believe in God. Well, there you go. I thought I'd better shut up. What are we on about now? Some David Poultice missing. Politis. Rocket said there is no God. God wouldn't have an American accent, of course. Captain Electric says Satan has a Chicago accent. Now that I could imagine. A park in Yellowstone is bigger than the UK, and many people disappear there all the time. But yeah, you know, there's plenty of places bigger than the UK, isn't there? It doesn't mean anything, does it? Literally doesn't mean anything. You know, the sea is bigger than the land. You know, what does that mean? Literally nothing. And didn't even say Satan probably has a Chicago landlord. Tim said God's accent is Morgan Freeman. Funny thing is, when I was thinking about accents, that did pop up to me for some reason. But that's probably because he's been God in something. Noodle said I live next to a state park off the Hudson. Someone left a bag of human bones on a doorknob at a concession stand a few days ago. Oh, that's what they found in there, have they? Bought them out. Yeah, mad, isn't it? To be honest, though, I wouldn't. I suppose you get killed by animals or an accident, can't you? But I would not. I would not mess around anywhere very, very, very rural, you know, or whatever, without precautions, you know. When I go down my local woods, I take a fucking first aid kit because you never know. You might really badly cut yourself. You've got to get out of that woods to be able to get help. So even the local woods, you should be careful. Weapons, I said Yellowstone is not bigger than the UK. Like Google the square size of each. And there's things that said my mistake. He said, now, don't be horrible to the Yanks. They're only foreigners. After all, poor fellows. No, I love Americans, you know. I love all our fellow earthlings. I've said I do like listening to coast stuff. And I don't think there are anywhere in the UK that's truly wild. You know, the Sky maybe, you know, camped in pretty desolate parts of Dunoon. But no, I get you there. Yeah, there's no like massive. There are some. I've seen some decent places in Wales. I've seen some proper decent places in Wales. But again, I don't know definitely how wild it was. But fuck it looked it. But yeah, but I know what you mean though. No matter where you are in this country, because it being reasonably small, you are only a certain amount of miles from civilization anyway, aren't you? Robert said UK is only little, but we ruled 3/4 of the world. Many moons ruled Britannia. Exactly. Well, the biggest empire that's ever been was the British Empire, wasn't it? I know they say, who was it? Maybe the Mongols had the biggest empire of the known world, but the known world didn't include Australia, America, Canada. You know what I mean? The biggest empire that's ever been was the British Empire. Let's not get into that either. Yeah, Genghis Khan was close second one. Yeah, I think Genghis Khan's the one, isn't he? He pretty much did all of the known world, didn't he? Yeah. But yeah, that's massively impressive back in them days, isn't it, Liam? Getting a bit close to the to certain topics at the minute, though, especially considering what day it was 2 days ago. Yeah, 2/3. It was only, was it only a third? I thought it was 2/3, but I don't know anyway. Londinium said the Americans betrayed the crown in the 1700s. Don't think I've forgotten the betrayal, you bluecoats. I hadn't read that before I said what I just said. Genghis Khan was a close second. It was really impressive back then. The American Empire is bigger now. Don't think there is an American Empire, is there? The British Commonwealth, though, is still bigger than America. If we're going to start going about how big things are, or the whatever it would be, it's not the British Commonwealth, but the Commonwealth is bigger than America. My name's Dan. Can I ask about school now? We'll do that a bit later. We're on another topic now. If it comes to a topic where, if it comes to a bit where there's no topic, I'll try and do it. Once I said I generally just listen to stuff about UFOs, ghosts, and phenomena. Noodle said people forget that fugitive will run into state forests and hide out. On a recent trip to the Smokies in Tennessee, I noticed a lot of homeless hanging out in the park. Actually, yeah, that's a good. I never thought of that myself. Yeah, no, people do forget about that. That hadn't even crossed my mind. I'll do a Q&A soon. My name Dan. When I do the Q&A, you can ask me about that then. You can ask me anything you want, and I'll do you a full-on thing for that. It's just because the only problem is, well, you can ask me about, if you can ask me a specific thing about school, I'll answer it. But to tell you a story, I have to then ignore all the comments and then talk for 5 minutes. Then when I come back, I've got to go back to them. But if you ask me a question, so I don't even know where to start. You know, if you ask me a question about school, I can answer it. That's a McDonald's empire. It's pretty big. But yeah, happy Independence Day for the other day. And things that really got wasted on Independence Day. Good on you. Did you shoot any fireworks? Right, new topic. What did I do in school? Londinium said 342 chests of premium tea. You still owe us. Yeah. Yeah, Noodle says, is there anywhere to hide on that island you call a country? Yeah, plenty of places, isn't there? There's people who've been on the run for the police for months and months and months. There was a bloke who hid in a forest in this country. If you look it up, there's plenty of, you know, not compared to you in America, yeah, but there's plenty of places, you know, you can hide in this country. Nell said, I watch all the documentaries on all that, Marcus. I don't do Love Island. Wemsov said, tell us again about the spooky room at your school. Well, the only things I can really remember, that was in middle school. I can remember someone saying that this room, it was a room above the, it don't really work unless we've been doing a spooky stream, but it was a room above the hall sort of thing. So you had the main hall, and at the end of it, there was a little room there, and then up these stairs was another room. And that, someone has said to me, I think someone has said it was haunted up there. That's probably what started it. But that room did always have a horrible feeling, and even just going up them stairs felt scary. Yeah, proper weird. Where was I read that one. as it is relevant to missing people and sci-fi stuff. Lol. And then ghost stories are always yeah, you know, I don't mind the subjects changing. To be honest, I'd rather it rather than talking about fucking empires and everyone going on about how big countries are. Because I don't know why, but it always turns into a thing that my country's bigger than your country. Well, and I feel like saying, oh, just stop going on. Who gives a shit, really? You know, who gives a shit if one country's bigger than another? Because no matter what you say, there's something bigger than it. Literally means nothing. Tim said, Mike, you could still be monetized on videos with weapons, or is the whole channel demonetized? No, whole thing's demonetized. Whole thing. I did actually ask if they would if they would let me. You know, I tried to appeal it and they just said no straight out. So yeah, no, that's never coming back. Captain Electro says, so sports, titanium, steel, or aluminium? Titanium, I reckon. But it's dear though, isn't it? Mark said, Whitey Bulger did a good thing hiding job for a while. Rocket's a great UFO book by Whitley Strieber. And Dean said, I met two people who live in a wooden cabin in the middle of Puck's Green Forest in Dunoon. Nice one. There was a bloke near us who lived in a fucking tent for a while. What I was on about the size of the thing, and he said, then the Russians come on and laughs. That's it. The Noodles was laughing. But that's the thing, you know, I don't know why it turns into that. Weird, you know. Our country's bigger than your country. Yeah, but that literally means nothing. You know what I mean? Literally means nothing at all. Apart from the fact it starts to get on my fucking nerves after a while. London said, I was camping in Dunoon Forest in 2015 and I came to an open glade 3 miles deep in the forest and a little house was there. Chickens in a cage and a veggie plot. Now, that sounds fucking brilliant, that does. Things I said, is it true Germans love David Hasselhoff? Yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that yeah, he's supposed to be massive in Germany. Mark said to me, maybe you should have 2 channels, one for this and one for reviews. Yeah. Thing is, even that wouldn't, I still couldn't monetize it if that's what you mean, because it's all connected to your fucking it's all connected to your Google and that, and you can only have one of them now, and if you start doing 2 accounts, they can still fuck you over basically. Plus it's too much work. But I know what you mean, Mark, and I appreciate the idea, but yeah, it also becomes too much work. I found you start ignoring one of the other channels. Then as he said, in one of the schools I was in for a while, there was a cursed chair. If you sat in it, something nasty would happen to you. One kid did sit in it. He died from being executed. Fuck's sake, that sounds fucked up, Dad. Better not be a fucking joke. Nell said, that's one of my dreams, Londinium, and my daughter is a joiner carpenter. One day I was open for her to build me one. Alaska would be fun. Yeah. I used to say on my channel that I lived in Alaska. I don't know why. But yeah, if you looked up where I lived, it's in Alaska. Captain Electro said, if I lived in a wood cabin, I would need a double-barrel shotgun and a chainsaw for a hand. Yeah, Evil Dead, mate, innit? And Dean said, nice, I saw a TV show of a guy living off-grid in Alaska all by himself. Slingshot said, bigger isn't always better. That's probably just a coincidence, but I wouldn't sit on the thing, I can tell you. No, I probably wouldn't. And I don't really believe in things like that, but you still wouldn't, just in case, do you know what I mean? Tim said, that's a shame. I was thinking you could do story time videos like Cutlery Lover. You've got some stories to tell. What was that to, Tim? What did I... Oh, I can still do that, though. But yeah, Mike, could you still be monetized on videos without weapons? Or yeah, no, it's the whole channel. But no, I would still do story time ones, yeah, but I wouldn't get like no money out of it. I don't mind. It all helps for things anyway. The more videos are out there, the more publicity, the more, you know. But if people want that, I might be able to do it. I'll do a video request thing if it gets, you know. Weapons of former Yugoslavian countries love only fools and horses for some strange reason. Yeah, that's bizarre, isn't it? And Liam says pissing down with rain and my tools are all outside on my workbench. Fuck's sake. Ah, fucking hell. What are you going to do? Run out and get them or just leave it now? Nell said, yeah, I watched Building Alaska. Yeah, I watched that. Now that's quite good, isn't it? Ant said, liar, liar, slutty dress on fire. Quote from a film called Lucifer High. Lucifer High, how are you? Or is it Lucifer? And you're saying hi, how are you? All right, mate, by the way. It says Brisby's chair, the English criminal that was hung. Don't know that one, mate. Rocket said, any more ideas for any homemade weapons? Yes and no, if you know what I mean. I got plenty of ideas, but unless I have my notepad on me, it's hard to say. But I will be doing more, definitely. I just want really in the mood this last couple of weeks. Game Boy, right, mate? What's your opinion on The Last of Us since a new one is going to be out? I've never played it, but I would. Has that got quite a lot of stealth in it, though? And Dean's got to leave the tools to get rusty. Get a rusty patina, I guess. So, right, you ain't left your drill out there, because that ain't going to go very well with the fucking rain. Dan said, how long are you streaming for? Possibly 11:15, because I didn't start till 9, I mean. Marcus said to Nell, you never reply to posts. I won't write anymore. She must not see them. Weapons said, you can even see some murals of Del Boy on bombed out houses in 90s photos. You get a lot of people from the Balkans asking about specific jokes on YouTube, only fools and horses videos. Isn't that strange? He said the French love hello hello for some reason, and the Germans love Faulty Towers. Their favourite episode is one of the Germans in. I can understand the French liking hello hello. But yeah, but like Del Boy's got no connection to the fucking Ukraine, was it Liam said? Well, I don't know. But then who is it? Ain't there a big fan base for Morrissey in like the Mexican community? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Mexicans who love Morrissey. Things that said I'd see Liam go looking for fairy circles and fairy forts in England. He knows. Slingshot asked Liam about the fairy woman. So Slingshot, you're gonna have to write to Weapons and Stuff right now. Tell me about the fairy woman. Otherwise, he won't tell you. Alex said Lucifer, what it's called, cocaine, the good stuff too. I think I may have heard of that. Right, where am I? I saw an episode of Simpsons. Homer had a brick on a chain as a weapon. I love that. That's brilliant when he whacked someone around the face with it. Homemade weapon sparked that thought. And Liam said all the electric stuff is inside my hand tools and clamp traps. Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah, that ain't so bad then. Yeah. Don't matter if it's your hand tool so much, does it? How weird, Liam. Yeah. Del Boy and Uncle Albert and Rodney fucking mural on the side of the house with foreign language, whatever it would be. How bizarre. Now said, Marcus, every time I write back, the slow mode tells me to wait 9 seconds. There you are. Yeah. I know the slow mode's a bastard, but it does mean I can always reply to everyone. Tim said to Marcus, I used to watch him a lot. But not been on so much lately. He comes across as a very genuine guy. He certainly loves his cutlery. Who's that? I've missed something there. Or you on about Cutlery Lover? Cutlery Lover's alright though. I haven't watched his videos for a while though. Daryl, you alright, mate? We'll go down the woods soon if you can next week. Daryl said some countries' governments only allowed programs from other countries that show the common man struggling. That's why only fools and also normal wisdom were popular. Nice one. I'm glad you said that. Yugoslavia, but close enough. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? What did I say? Ukraine. I have to rush through these comments so fast, Liam. I just say what comes into my head. Will said, like you've done with the quivers of the crossbow bolts, is there anything that can be done for pellets on an air rifle? Possibly. I have to think about that one. Marcus said, quote from Mike, The slow mode's bastard. No, I fucking hate it when I'm on other people's things, but and without it, I just can't. I'd have to ignore so many comments. So it's like a fucking I can't think of it now, but yeah, good but evil thing. That's not what I wanted to say, but I couldn't think of a fucking saying. And Liam said I thought that was his pet brick. Maybe there's 2 episodes with bricks. Maybe that is it. When I said to Daryl, thanks for that explanation. That's pretty fascinating. See you later, Alex. Mark said, has anyone seen that Russian set of statues in Bulgaria? Repainted as superheroes. I have. I've seen that, Marcus. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I quite like that. And Dinium says, Prophet Del Boy, the Holy One. I could just imagine all these Yugoslavian blokes walking around dressed as Del Boy as well now. Things such said there are many legends of fairy women, fairies that come in the form of a beautiful woman. Go on, Slingshot, ask him the question. If you don't ask him, he won't tell you. You got to say, Slingshot, please send Liam a comment on here saying, Liam, can you tell me about the fairy lady in the field? And then he'll tell you. Otherwise, he won't tell you. Electra said, have you ever been in a bathroom watching YouTube and had the feeling that people were watching you? Could see you on the shitter. I meant to say to you about this, Electra. You remember that video when you was holding your phone up and the little camera bit was flashing? That's someone watching you. Don't get paranoid there. That is what this is good for. Bit of blue tack. Whack that over your camera. It's weird though, wasn't it? Do you know what I'm on about? You remember? Webster, I imagine that as clever propaganda now that backfires. Look how backwards Western country is. Wow, even Del Boy has a 3-wheel car. That has 3 more wheels than my car. Fuck's sake. Webster said this one ain't beautiful Slingshot. Slingshot's here, Banshee is an evil fairy. Alex said there is a fairy tale. No, I meant on here. Send him a message on here, Slingshot, then he can tell everyone if he wants to. Ask on here, Slingshot, so then Liam can tell us all. Yeah, it's not much of a story. Liam's probably saying, right, shut the fuck up. Right, where am I? Alex said, there's a fairy tale from where I come from. This is how it goes. Like, once upon a time, there was a little boy ran away from home with a vodka bottle, kidnapped him, and he was never seen again. That was probably an alky. And look, he says, Slingshot, we got an internationally famous one of those from around here, by the way, by the name of Nuff. She's well known in the US, apparently. And DM said, I have read folklore about fairy circles before. No, Slingshot, just ask him. Slingshot, please, just write Liam. Tell me about the fairy lady. That's all you got to write. T2 said, as a kid, I watched Legend of Boggy Creek. Freaked me out. But I grew up, my fascination for cryptozoology. But it grew my fascination for cryptozoology. Would love to see something in my own eyes. I can believe it exists. Liam said, I'll say in a minute regardless. I just thought, you know, he could just ask. It's not difficult. But, oh, well. There you go. Oh, thanks. I'm going to give you a clap for that. Thank you. Just ask. No, because you'll like this. It'd be interesting. I've probably hyped it up too much now, though. Captain, yeah, I'll use my phone. I hope the government can't read my ACAB tattoo. It's below the belt. Fuck's sake. Yeah, that's the only time they'll see it. Right, Zenox says Slingshot. I'm surprised you haven't heard of her. I thought everyone had heard of. Fair enough. For fuck's sake, Zed, you got me there. Oh, nice one. I'll give you a fucking clap for that, because I do like it when you catch me out. Fair enough. Fuck's sake. And even so, there's a legend that in Europe, the fairy people or fae are little people that come through the circle portal in the forest, kidnap little children into their world, and they return years later. Iron Man said, I love Toy Mike, Sherry talking. Well, you say you love what? You love me. I love you too, Iron Man. I think of you as like one of my brothers. Oh, where am I? As I've said, when we were walking the dogs, we were wearing dust masks to stop our hay fever symptoms, and we got really weird looks from this old woman. Not that she can talk. She sits in a field looking for fairy circles and fairies. Well, there you go. Rocket said, is this conversation for real fairy tales? Anything you want it to be, mate. I didn't know if I forget which culture it's from, maybe Irish, Gaelic or Celtic. Oh, yeah, I would imagine it'd be one of them, wouldn't it, London? Definitely. But yeah, what you said, that does ring a bell to that. Yeah, the portals and all that. I'm not massively into that kind of thing. I've never read a lot about it, but I know a little bit about it because we used to have books about that as kids. Although I think most of the books we used to get the pictures. You know, when you're a kid, we used to get the pictures in the thing. You know, like you draw a hat on. You know, you start drawing over the picture, so you'd have a hat and maybe a spliff coming out of their mouth, and then you start drawing cocks on people's heads and stuff like that. And yeah, that was probably most of the stuff I used to do with that book. I'd love to find that book now and see all the pictures in it. It's probably gone now, though. Iron Man said, "Fucking love you." Cheers, mate. That's definitely Dick Sherry kicking in. And then, so when I was younger, I listened to Coast AM, and they spoke about that. Yeah, there's similar legends of changelings. I'll tell you what would be a good feature on here, slightly changing the subject, but you know, you can carry on talking about what you're talking about because I don't need no one to answer this. What would be a good option on here? I don't know if it would work though. I was going to say to have a slow mode that didn't count if you was atting someone. So if you was having a conversation with someone, you could write it quicker, but general comments didn't. But then everyone would just at each other constantly, wouldn't they? So Captain Lecture, Iron Man is a happy drunk. I'm raising a bourbon shot for you now, bro. Well, my vodka's, I've hidden it in the drawer now, so I don't keep looking at it. But cheers, mate. I was tempted to have a drink tonight because I thought I could drink tonight because I don't have to stream tomorrow. But I only got drunk last week, so I won't bother. Now I'm all, no matter what I drink now, I'm always a happy drunk. I just love everyone when I have a drink now. Complete opposite of what I used to be. When I used to drink, I used to get into fights, get arrested, smash things up, you know. But now, complete opposite. No matter what I drink. Don't see said for tales of fairies, you can't beat the Irish myths. The Tuatha Dé Danann stories are really interesting. The Barrows, entrances to the land of fairies, where the myths where the myth says. Yeah, Barrows, I've heard of that. Patriotic Brit, you're right, mate. Iron Man said I'm in love with a girl named Stella Artois. He's a right little number. Weapons officer, can't remember if I said, may interest you, Mike, we raised £300 for a children's cancer charity and 50 quid for the old people's dinner club from the summer show. No, you didn't mention that. Yeah, that's good on you. Good on you, Liam. Yeah, that's decent, isn't it? No, you hadn't mentioned that. Yeah, that's good. Nell said to Iron Man, I'm clagging my cans of Heineken too. That's right. Leah said, really enjoyed your self-defense video earlier today. Oh, thanks, Leo. Yeah, I saw you comment on that, I think. Yeah, cheers, mate. Slingshot's head is Stella a midget. She's about that tall, Slingshot. She's probably smaller than midget. She's about that tall. I didn't even say that's good, Liam. Well done, mate. Now I said, just watched your self-defense vid, Mike. Good one. Watched your video, Iron Man. Funny as fuck. I ain't watched his yet. Cheers now. Slingshot said, did anyone see Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That was awesome. No, I never even knew that existed, Slingshot. What's this all about? Batman keep going after other goodies though. Stella though, if you wondered, Slingshot, Stella's a can of beer. Stella Artois a can of beer. Like, you know that, don't you? I think you must have been joking, surely. I never know sometimes because you can't ever tell if people are joking unless they say lol or joking. You know what I mean? Weapons officer thanked everyone. It was good fun and nice when we raised a bit of money for good cause. Yeah, it's decent. Marcus said to Tim, "Don't forget to look up those things from earlier." Oh, you just remember saying like the stream, please. Mark said, "I've seen Stella in the US." Mike, you probably have me on then, won't he? So I'm probably joking. I imagine Stella has everything a man could want. She even gives you a morning headache. Weapons I've said, maybe Batman is actually a man who hits people with a baseball bat. Sounds like it, doesn't he? He's always attacking other goodies. Well, didn't he say Stella, aka wife beater gold top? Yeah, that's always cracks me up that gets called that. Patriotic said, you know Stella. I went into Stella. Rocket said, Mike, do you still have contact with Jack Striker? Didn't he used to come on these streams? Yeah, he's probably watching. He quite often watches, but just watches, you know what I mean? But yeah, he does. Yeah, I comment on his videos. He comments on mine, and occasionally he's in these. But a lot of the time, what Jack does, he'll pop in, say hello, and just watch. You know, that commenting. Some people like it that way. But yeah, he does pop in occasionally. But yeah, I'm still in contact with Jack. In fact, he was saying about having my phone number the other day, but the problem is I never fucking answer the phone, so it's pointless. I'm quite weird when it comes to phoning people up or talking on the phone. I actually highly dislike it for some reason. You wouldn't think so, would you? But I have this weird thing about talking on the phone. I hate it. I don't know why. Things saying about the Batman vs Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was an animated movie. That's it. So talking to cancer, apparently the cold virus can kill certain types of cancerous tumours. It was in the news today. Who mentioned cancer? I never saw that. But that is very interesting, Zed. Yeah, hopefully that'll become, it might become a thing that, turns into, you know what I mean, progresses into something of a cure sort of thing. Nell said Jack was on last night, Rocket. Oh, you forget that? Yeah, of course. But as I said, a lot of time he just pops in, doesn't he? Says hello to everyone and just carries on watching. And then if there's anything interesting that gets him to want to comment, he will. Rocket said he missed him. Tim said to Marcus, I will do, buddy. Screen's hot and you typed for reference, so I don't forget. Teachers of the Marcus need a new trap for little buggers. Come under next door's fence and started eating the birdseed. What's that, a rat? Fucking hell things, I hate them. Yeah, Marcus saying, is that a rat? Patriot Brit, I mainly listen to you and Liam when you're a podcast, to be honest. Yeah, because to be honest, half the time you don't need to watch. On Liam's, I tend to get 20 minutes on me on exercise bike while I moderate. Fucking, it can be right up pain in the ass. I have to get stopping to you know what I mean? But no, I don't mind. Pain in the ass on my end, me doing it, you know what I mean? Not the stream, you know what I mean? I don't have to ride on a bike while I'm doing it, but I've never liked talking on the phone either. Don't know why. It's weird, isn't it, Zed? I don't know why. I find it very odd, very uncomfortable. Talking face to face, that's different. And even this. Yeah, I don't know. I find it very odd. Never enjoyed it. And Liam said, I don't really drink beer or lager. I have some cognac or scotch sometimes. Yeah, I'll be honest, I drink anything now. But and I'll be honest with you, I just drink whatever gets me pissed. If I'm honest. So, but I do prefer. I enjoy a lager, cold lager now. Now since he's phone shy as well. That's funny. Look, there's quite a few of us. Brit said he finds the phone annoying. Bizarre, isn't it? I've never sort of been able to tell 100% what it is that does it, but I don't. I hate it. Rector's as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, sweet as strawberry wine. Sorry, I'm just having a moment here, fellas. Actually, yeah, we better go off the booze again as it's late. Don't start me off on that. I've got a full bottle of vodka over there. I can take it now. I can hold on. Don't worry. Iron Man said, I like face-to-face interaction. The phone is unnatural. And my green eyes are seductive. It does feel weird, though, doesn't it? Slingshot said, did you see the videos I sent you? I think I missed the latest one you've sent me. I've not seen yet, Slingshot, but I'm pretty sure I saw the other ones. Was the last one you sent another shillelagh one or something, or related to that? I hate talking on the phone as well, probably because you can't see any body language, and some people's voices sound really different on the phone. I reckon that's what it is. It's something like that. Face to face, you can see the person and all that, and it just, I don't know, I find it really odd. Like I said, Victor Rat Trap, mate. Peanut butter worked for me. Also poison as a last resort. Snicky toffees work well on traps. Hard for them to pull them off without triggering the trap. That's a good tip, that, Liam, yeah. DC, we're just going to put some CO2 in my pistol back in a minute. Zed said, from what I've seen, half-eaten McDonald's make good rat bait. Right bits. So speaking of rats, my cat has caught a few rats in my stepfather's shed. Now the dog keeps aggressively barking around the shed. I think she's barking at the rats. I reckon that's probably it. Iron Man said, Mike, get wrecked. That's a direct order. Step 1, get vodka. Step 2, neck it. Fuck that. Problem if I drank that whole lot, I'd probably want to puke it back up. Uja pal, you right, mate? He said, I've just purchased model. Yeah, a cunt gullible. Right, London said, Liam, have you ever seen a rat trap channel on YouTube? That rat trap channel on YouTube where the guy tests rat traps all over the world. Pretty interesting. Actually, you'll see some now you've subbed to Malk, JJR Survival London. He sometimes does rat trap stuff. Leo said it's my 16th birthday in 6 days, and I'm looking forward to that because I'm going to have to pay. Hang on, not looking forward to it. You have to pay £2.20 for a train ticket to the 1x10. Oh, that's a shame, because you're getting older, you start your fucking and then you got to wait at least 44 years or something, maybe more, till you get it free again. If we don't see you, Leo, happy birthday for them. All right, where am I? Weapons officer. We had to resort to the toffees as the traps and the mice in our kitchen were managing to pull lots of the bait in the trap off or lick them off. Oh, I get, yeah. Things said I showed a Scottish fella. I'll watch it after this slingshot and I'll message you, mate. And then so I have 6 cats. Mice do not live long here. Weapons officer said, no, I don't watch any of the sort of violence towards animals, even if it's no issue with using traps, etc. Sean Wood's channel is the rat trap test channel. That's it, Marcus. So I got back from the gym pumping on. I done 20 minutes on my exercise bike earlier. I'm going to start doing more now. I'm going to start doing 20 minutes every single day and start doing some weights soon. I want to start losing weight and getting a bit fitter quicker now. And I've got to that stage where I'm not really losing any. So I've either got to start more exercise. You know, I lost 2.5 stone. So things that I've got one. I read that Iron Man, since I hit my 30s, I'm more chilled. Must be low testosterone. You know what though? He says, laughing if I can ask him. I think that actually probably is part of it though. I think that probably is part of it. Robert, the Squirrel Hunter channel is excellent. I'm doing so I've witnessed violence to mice every month, but my cat kills anything that moves along. But no, I think there is a bit of that in it. Definitely, Iron Man. Hi, Fuss, do you have those guns loaded in the background? No, none of the guns are loaded in the background. Weapons officer, I volunteer animal shelter, and the shit that happens while we get some animals coming in makes my blood boil. Makes you want to go Paul Kersey. Yeah, I can understand you there. Mark said, I must say, I love inflicting death and violence on rats. True satisfaction. Electronic Brit says, Sean Woods tests types of rats from history from around the world. Yeah, Mark does some of the old ones as well. Mark's got books from traps that are like 16th century, and he does copies of them. That's JJR Survival. So hence why I don't want to watch any stuff like that in my spare time. No, I don't blame you. Yeah. Slingshots, I've been where you are, Mike. Try boron, it will boost testosterone. I look into that, mate. They don't see, he said, I've got real bicycles, better than those machines, because no matter how knackered you get, still have to pedal home. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I said, are we allowed to carry guns legally in the UK? Weapons and stuff. I said, no. No, definitely not. And that's what I don't like killing anything, but I can and will do if necessary. Yeah, same here. Captain Electric says, shooting competition. Anyone going to join in? What are you all going to use? I'm going to shoot. Yeah, come on, let us know. Actually, yeah, I will be using. Yeah, that's about right. That's what I shall be using. Because I'll be having a match everyone. No, yeah, tell me what you'll be using. I'll shoot anything with anything. Right there, Mike's brother is the one for traps. Cheers, Rocket. But yeah, whatever you lot use, this time I'll match it as good as I can, and then we'll see how it goes. We'll see whether it's worth keeping it like that. You know, and I may not always be able to match it, but if you say if you use the firearm, a rifle firearm, I'll use my best rifle air gun. You know what I mean? The best I can do. But if you use an air rifle, I'll use an air rifle. If you use an air pistol, I'll use an air pistol. If you use a CO2, I'll use CO2. Blah 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 blah. Right, where am I? Nell said, don't blame me, Marcus. Frogs all the time I get. Serves me right. I was married to a Frenchman for 10 years. Slingshot said, many people have noticed I lost weight. I've noticed you lost weight, actually. Slingshot, how much have you lost altogether? I said, what is the best pistol? Yeah, I ain't got a clue, mate. Could be anything. All depends what you want it for. Iron Man said, I can't do the comp. My cunting neighbour will get me arrested. Absolutely nice people. And you must have something, can't you? Chuck the spear 6 times at a target. It's anything that does a projectile, basically. Tim said, I might join in the shooting competition, just waiting on the rules, really. I'm not sure how it goes. It's pretty simple. You don't have to show your face. You know what I mean? Theo said, probably snuck a shot of vodka in that cup. Yeah. No, you'd know if I did, because I'd be drinking a lot of it now. 1 shot of vodka and that'd be me gone. I'd have to drink the whole lot then. I didn't, obviously within reason. I'm not shooting an elephant with a bazooka. Electro, I thought about using the folding spy gun in the Altoids. Yeah, do that, Electro. You know, I'll match it with, you know, a 2-2 pistol myself or something. You know what I mean? Actually, we have a shooting thing twice a week. We come on these streams and shoot the breeze. Nice one. Yeah, Mad Webley Mark 6 is that? Yeah, that's it. They said, yeah, shoot with your bottoms. Get your bottom t-shirts there. The link's in the description. Yeah, throw a knife. That's it. You can throw a knife. £90. That's good. Slingshot. I'll tell you how much I lost in pounds. I've gained a little bit back, but I'll do it in what I. £90. You lost a lot of weight then. 6 stone. I lost about £30 currently with what I've put back on. Rocketfall said, Rocket said, shooting competition. I'll be using the Fairbairn Rapid 17. 2-2 and a Barnet Cobra catapult. Nice one. Yeah, you could throw stones. If you could throw those stones and they mark the piece of paper, then that'll do it. And Liam said, I just put a new background string on the 62-inch recurve, but I might use that. Yeah, you use whatever you want, mate. That'd be good. I fuss in medieval times. Right, where am I? Now said, I think that's what I'll be doing, weapons and stuff. I'll throw stones. That's all right. That's perfectly good enough. We'll show off stone throwing skills. Iron Man said, there's an old saying, you cannot trust someone who doesn't drink. I'm very trustworthy. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if you can trust people that drink as well. Depends totally on the person. And dude said, my uncle says that Iron Man. He said it last Christmas to me and forced me to have a whiskey. Fuck's sake. Iron Man said I lost 1.5 stone, but put it back on. Bloody estrogen. Yeah, I lost 2.5 stone altogether. I've probably put on and I've put half on, so I've lost 2 stone. But I do want to lose more because I am getting to that stage where if I don't start losing it now, it may start affecting my health long term. You know what I mean? Hasn't yet, but I don't want to leave it till it fucking does. Do you know what I mean? When some silly expressions like that there are 2 types of people, wankers and those who lie about not wanking. Yeah. They're all sort of bollocks, aren't they? They don't mean anything, do they? Things that I still can't wait to see your new slingshot tutorial. Yeah, that'll be coming soon, I reckon, in a couple of weeks. Because I've got 3 things I need to make from aluminium now. So when I make those, one of them will be the slingshot. But yeah, there's quite a few. Oh yes, he said there's an expression I like that. There are 2 types of people, wankers and those who lie about not wanking. But yeah, there's loads of them, isn't there? I said if I took steroids, I could get very cut and built, but that stuff wrecks your heart. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck about that kind of stuff. I know people who died from doing that, or they did. Yeah, someone did die. But what it was, they was giving them something else that was illegal, sort of steroid thing, and it fucking pretty much just made them burn out, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Got so hot and died from it, sort of thing. I think I got in the news as well. I won't bother saying too much about it because, you know what I mean, Patriot bit 1940s pin-up Gaza for me. That had no point in me doing the shooting competition. I couldn't hit the inside of a barn with a shotgun. Come on, Zed, you must have something. Nelson Dwyer, man, think that's the beer, not estrogen. He's got to blame it on something now. Right, where am I? T2 said 8 shots, a little bag of run off. Trying to use my slingshot. At least hit him, the twat. Marketed weapons of 90% of people masturbate. The other 10 are liars. That's another good one, Marcus. Right, coming to that time where I'm going to be off now. I'll be on for about another 5 minutes. I didn't realise that's flown by. I only looked at the clock twice the whole entire night. Are you streaming tomorrow at all, Liam? Pretty sure all you lot would know who Liam is if I ever say Liam for weapons and stuff. Leo said, what do you do with work, Mike? I don't, well, YouTube's my work, really. If I don't get fucking paid for it. But yeah, YouTube is really. And making quivers and stuff like that. I've had lots of interesting discussions on sci-fi topics today. Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? Just if I had a bit more time to talk about them. Things such as try boron, it will naturally increase testosterone and you'll lose weight as a result. I'll be honest, I don't mind being mellow because I notice if more testosterone, you know, I don't want to be aggressive or angry. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, you know, sometimes I think it's a fucking bit of a blessing. You know what I mean? But yeah, if it helps losing weight, Iron Man said to now, that's a good point because beer causes estrogen increase in men. I've heard there's even estrogen in water because they can't get rid of it. You can't filter it out of water. So it's in your tap water. And if you drink a lot of tap water like I do, I don't know if that's true or not. Webs said, yeah, he will be streaming after work around 8 p.m. if he has the energy. Dad said, oh, I have a crossbow and air rifle, but having them and being able to hit things, we're doing different things. I'm sure you can hit things fine, Zed. Webs said, we'll just do it on a mobile again. Oh, yeah, forget you're having them problems. I think should try boring. I read that, didn't I? But yeah, I'll look into that. I appreciate you mentioning it. Electro, it's time to charge my phone and make a video. I'll catch you all on the flip side. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're going to do that, Electro. What the meditation one? Bit like, you know when you did your video with your dog with the classical music, I found that very relaxing, that video. Partly because it was almost like ASMR where you were stroking the dog's paw, and he said hand then. Weapons, yeah, estrogen levels have been constantly going up in the water. As you say, they can't filter it out from the pill properly. That's it. That's what I heard. That's exactly what I heard, Liam. Mark said to Patreon a bit. Thanks for the subbed you back. T2 said Zed. You got that so right. And he said my crossbow is jammed. It's been cocked for 4 days now. With the string pulled back, like it's a compound. That's the one that shoots the BBs as well, isn't it? Is it that one? Is it that one? I don't know. I'll say in a minute if it is. There ain't nothing. Well, I don't suppose you know what he's doing, so I doubt you'd leave it like that, would you? There ain't an anti-dry fire on there, is there? Iron Man says, thanks for the wonderful stream, Mike, ladies and gentlemen. Have a delightful night. And you, Iron Man. Take care, mate. Have a good evening, whatever you're doing now. I'm going to carry on having a drink and listening to some music. Pocketful said, I'm off, everyone. Go to see what I'm doing in a parallel universe. So I won the lottery. Yeah, I better go off. Although I could stay on a bit later. I better not. I've got some stuff I need to do. So, yeah. While I was asking about what time Liam was on, if I'm in the mood tomorrow, when he finishes his stream, depending on what time he finishes it, I might do another stream. That's no promise. That is that one, is it, London? I thought it was. No promises, but I might do a stream after Liam finishes his. So maybe 10 o'clock or something. But as I said, no promises. All right, I've got a bit of clearing up to do now. So, yeah, appreciate you watching, everyone. That was a good stream again. I enjoyed that. As I said, I can always tell you if it's good because I only look at the clock like twice all night. Yeah, all right. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Cheers for watching.